Hey guys, it's Carl back from Dream Day Digital. Today we're going to talk about whether a photo booth should be a must have for your wedding, and if so, how to find out which is the best photo booth for you. Now, I've heard some wedding couples say that they don't need a photo booth because they've got a photographer. What these couples may not realize, though, is that the photographer can't take every picture because there's way too much happening. But your photo booth, on the other hand, can capture lots of fun that's happening behind the scenes. Besides, who wants to wait weeks for their photographer to send them the professional photos when they can get them now? Having a photo booth for your wedding is an awesome way to make sure you're getting authentic pictures of every guest. Because not every guest will do a formal pose for the wedding photographer, but they're more likely to visit the photo booth for a fun group picture or even a selfie. It's kind of like getting an extra set of wedding photos. Besides, people generally tend to feel more comfortable in front of a photo booth camera, believe it or not, than in front of an actual camera with an actual photographer. Now, you can do exactly that with a photo booth and give people their own personal copies right now. Well, you might ask Carl, well, I've hired a DJ or a band for my entertainment. Why do I need a photo booth? Let me follow that up with another question. How are you going to entertain your guests when they're not dancing? Bingo, you guessed it, with a photo booth. A photo booth will not only provide entertainment for your guests when they want to take a break, say, from dancing, but it can also be used to entertain your guests before the dancing even starts. Your photo booth can entertain your guests during cocktail hour while your photographer is busy while you're taking post-ceremony pictures and while your DJ is busy playing the music for the cocktail hour. So remember, a photo booth is not just pictures. It's a form of entertainment. Next, your photo booth can provide lots of fun dress-up props for you and your guests to bring out their zany side. Or your photo booth can provide digital props that'll allow your guests to have a blast choosing stickers and graphics that can even track their face on animated GIFs or videos. A photo booth attendant can make sure everything flows smoothly and nicely and help people with the props, the scrapbook, and so on and so forth. Also, the ability to email, text, or airdrop a photo, video, slow-mo, GIF, or boomerang are great options. These are especially nice when you have a 360 photo booth. Many photo booths also offer unlimited photo booth prints with a personalized graphic design with perhaps the name of the bride and groom at the top and maybe the wedding date printed. These prints also make for great guest souvenirs. Just imagine the feelings and memories your guests will have when they roll out of bed the next morning and look and admire the photo strips pics that they took at your wedding. Now, you may want an open air style photo booth with a backdrop that fits groups of people comfortably, or you may want a more traditional enclosed photo booth that allows for people to cram in and pile on top of one another. Now, if you decide to get a photo booth for your wedding, either way, make sure it's set up in a high traffic area, for example, near the dance floor or the bar. If your guests can't see the photo booth, they're less likely to use it. Now, the key to having a lot of participation in photos is for the people, your guests, to see other guests having fun, and they'll naturally want to join in. Don't let anyone tell you to put your photo booth back in a back room or closet. However, you may not want to set your photo booth up next to your sweetheart table or your head table. Your photographer will thank you because of that. And if you can, try to have your photo booth in an area where there's lots of space. That way, if a long line forms, people won't be discouraged to use it as they might be if it was in a crowded area and difficult to access. Next, when the photo booth opens up for your guests, you can have the DJ make an announcement to let people know that it's open. Your photo booth attendant can also be a great help and ask the DJ to make this announcement when needed. You may also want your attendant to go from table to table to let your guests know that the photo booth is open. You may also want to have a sign letting people know about the photo booth. Many photo booth companies will provide signage. Next, make sure that your photo booth is attractive and adds and not detracts from your reception surroundings. You can also match the backdrop of your photo booth and also the photo strips that come out that are printed out with your name, date, with your colors, and whatnot. Either way, just make sure your backdrop is appealing and eye-catching. Another tip that could be helpful is to schedule times for when you like your photo booth to be open or closed. For example, you most likely don't want lots of laughter coming from the photo booth during certain times, such as the bride and groom dance or the father bride or mother son dances. And you definitely probably don't want it open during the toasts. Your DJ or MC can reiterate the availability of the photo booth throughout the evening. Well, that's all for today. This has been Carl from Dream Day Digital. I'd like to thank you for watching. And if you need a photo booth, a DJ, photographer, or videographer for your event, look us up at dreamdaydigital.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, happy planning.